I had to run into the man of the hour, the keynote speaker, Mr. Travis Mack. I had 30 people waiting in line to talk to you. I appreciate you taking time for little old me.
You know, listen, it's exciting to be here. Enjoyed every moment of being the keynote for BBBC 2025. We had a very motivated and spirited audience.
Yes.
And that came here to learn. They came here to get some new ideas about how do they think about this business climate and how do they innovate their businesses. And, you know, that's right up my alley.
Yes.
I love communicating that and love really distributing that type of information to this type of audience.
Well, before we get into some of your speech, I must say, man, you didn't have to outdo me with the outfit. I would have put on a better.
It takes a lot of work to make me look halfway decent.
My brother.
I'm going to give that to my team. It takes a lot of work. You know.
Shout to the team, everybody. You deserve to keep your job, man. You got my man out here looking dapper. You're on your keynote speech, man. Give me a couple points that you tried to hit home with young entrepreneurs here today.
Well, you know, listen, I tried to really take an opposite approach to, you know, these type of conferences. And, you know, there's a little pressure on small businesses right now, you know, especially on some of the socioeconomic programs that are out there. And I tried to convey that, you know what, you're not defined by that. That is not who you are as an organization. Who you are as an organization is the level of service that you deliver, the level of competence of your business. The product, the maturity of the product that you deliver. That's what you're defined about. So I was really talking about, hey, let's get over the outrage, right? And let's go create better businesses, right? Okay. Let's go create better businesses. While now also innovating, right? Because we're in a digital transformation moment, and we need to be figuring out how to put these wonderful opportunities with digital transformation into our business model.
And are you talking AI specifically?
I'm talking AI,
yes.
I'm talking automation
yes.
of infrastructure. I'm talking about really harnessing it and the power behind it. And keep in mind that these are the early years. I mean,
yes.
This is the early years. So fail now with implementing AI into your business. Fail now because guess what? It's only going to get better.
Absolutely.
It's only going to get better.
Absolutely. All right. And we know you got to get out of here, but last but not least, how do you look to motivate yourself? I know you've spent a lot of time speaking to people on panels and motivating others. Where do you find your sense of motivation from to keep going?
You know, my sense of motivation comes from, you know, being in that room. You know, I talk about being in the room.
Yes.
Right? Being in the room, which is vital to your success as a small business.
Now, what does that mean specifically?
Being in the room, to be in the room means that you got to show up to events like this, right? You have to show up, right? And you got to be in the room. You're never going to elevate yourself if you don't start putting yourself around other individuals, individuals that are better, individuals that are doing more. And if you're sitting at home on the couch, you're not in the room. You're just sitting at home on the couch. So being in the room means, hey, go there. We know it's difficult. It's hard to get to these things. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, but you gotta be in the room.
It's free. I think this event.
Listen, you're not gonna find a free event like this, right? It's usually about $1,200 to get into something like this.
Even the parking was free.
No, the parking too.
Parking was free. I got to whip out my card. She says, "No, baby, you can go."
It's pro bono.
Pro bono. If you're here as an entrepreneur, you're here for Broward and Beyond, free.
See, and that's what I mean right there. You don't get many of these opportunities, so you have to take advantage of it. And even though we know it's challenging, we know it's difficult, you must force yourself to be in the room.
What's the best way to get in touch with you or someone at your company?
Well, listen, I try to educate small businesses. That's my passion. That's what I like doing. I've been pretty successful in, a handful of other businesses. But you know what? You can find me on LinkedIn, Travis T. Mack, M-A-C-K. You can also find me on Instagram, travis.mack.ceo, and my YouTube channel, Travis Mack CEO, where I just try to give out tidbits of small business information that might help someone grow their business and to also give a little bit of motivation. Because let me tell you, running your own small business is hard.
Trust me, I know. You're talking to a guy who's hurting inside.
And sometimes you need a little motivation just to get to the next day.
Absolutely. You know he's all about business because he led with his LinkedIn. No one does that but a businessman. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Take care, man.